when you write, you have to think, okay, if you don't have the subjects and you want to use verb as a subject of that sentence, so you have to use. I think that only two cases. Number one, infinitive. Okay, so to learn English is really hard. Not learn English is really hard. So many people just learn English is really hard, for example, like that. Okay, so it is grammatically incorrect, right? So you just to learn English is hard, or learning English is hard, for example, right? So okay, just remind you of that. I think that many of you remember and know that, but just when you're writing, okay, you just like you forget that rule. Okay, you just use a base verb as a subject of the sentence, or sometimes you miss a verb or conditional sentences. Okay, or indirect question. So we will discuss a little bit about the essay. I think that is very important because the part one reading, I think that easy. You just look at the answer of unit 2 and unit 3, right? But writing, I have three topics. You see topics, and you can choose one. And maybe I will introduce a little bit about how to establish a thesis statement. Okay, because academic writing, you have to have thesis statement, right? And so how to establish or form thesis statement in your introduction part, something like that. So somebody have many techniques how to form or establish the thesis statement. Okay, so you can change the topic as a question, for example, and the main body is like you have to answer that question. So, okay, so tomorrow we will discuss that, but today we will study about unit 5. Okay, so you ready? You ready now?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, so
Yeah, teacher.
okay, so let's take a look. Unit 5. Okay, where's unit 5? Okay, so everyone can see the screen, right?
Yeah, teacher, yes.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, good. So, okay, just the introductions of the unit. Okay, the topics of the unit 5, global citizenship. Okay, and we look at reading. We have two readings, right? Reading 1 and reading 2, making inferences. Okay, making inferences is very important. Okay, especially when you conduct the quality research. Okay, you might be market. You conduct marketing surveys. You can see how to make inference, how to infer. Okay, so based on your experience, based on your observation, so you can you can make inferences. Okay, and vocab we focus on prefixes. I think that's very important. Prefixes help a lot if you understand the prefix. We have prefix and suffixes, right? But here we study about prefixes. And prefix you have to add, okay, in front of a noun or adjective or even verb, okay. And writing, we focus on organizing supporting ideas. Okay, organizing supporting ideas. So especially the body paragraph. Okay, so how to write your supporting idea, how to provide the evidence or the example to support your idea. So it is very important. And how to focus only one idea, one important idea for each paragraph. Not one paragraph focus a lot of ideas, So it's like the reader may be confused about that. So the importance, and for example, um, your thesis statement, maybe you focus three or two or three points, right? Two or three points. So you have to separate three or two or three paragraphs, to um, clarify, to explain, to accuse your idea, in that paragraph. And the last one, the parallel structures and ellipsis, right? Ellipsis. So it is very important. The parallel structure I think that very important when you write. When you write, because you understand the parallel structure. It means if verb, if infinitive verb, you have two or three, mean more than one. So the form of the words or the form of the verb or noun or phrase must be the same. Must be go together. Like if you use the infinitive verb, the first one, the second one, you have to use infinitive verb. Okay. If you use gerund, the first one, the second one, you have to use the gerund also, like that. Okay. If this object is a noun, and the second object or set object must be noun the same, right? So not like the first one is the infinitive verb, and the second one is from base verb or something like that. Okay, so we will discuss that tomorrow. Okay, so now I want to ask you, anyone can share your knowledge, your opinion with the class. What is global citizenship based on your understanding or your perspective?
global กับผมโลก citizenship
Hello? Anyone can share what is global citizenship?
the legal rights.
I think that yes, now the world is small, right? You can see the world is small. Why we can say the world is small? Because you can connect, you can communicate, with anyone around the world. Any information in any corner of the world where you can receive, you can watch, you can see. Okay, so it's a very important now. So I want to know what is global citizenship based on your understanding, because I think that you understand like all in one and one in all. Okay, all in one and one in all. It means that you cannot say, oh, that is not my business. That is not my matters. That is your matter. I mean about the social responsibility. Okay, you can say that. So because technically, naturally, our lives like connect with many parts, right? Many parts, not only our family or friends, but any part of the nature. So this topic, they just want to know what is global citizenship. Anyone, please?
I'm trying to my teacher.
Wow.
I cannot say. I don't know how to say with this conversation. This word.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Just know that it is refer to the people who can use the lie to the worm. Yeah.
The state beings.
I would like to say that in the past we just think like as individual country, individual society or individual communities, because many community, many society, are not connected with each other. So you can say, okay, we live as individual community. So I care only my own community, my own family, or something like that. But as of now, okay, you can see uh, ASEAN, why they build or establish the ASEAN communities. Okay, because they want all 10 countries to work together to have responsibility together on the major issues that impact not only one country but the whole community, the whole association. You can see that. So, but here not only regional citizenship or country citizenship, but this unique, they focus on global, citizenship. So you can see, okay. In our country, individual countries, so at least you have 3 units, right? You have family, you have your own individual, and your family unit, okay, family unit, and community unit, and the society unit, societal unit. You can see that. You can see the unit, and the 3 unit, family unit, community unit, and society unit. So connects unit together. So any problem happen, positive or negative, also impacts as a whole. Okay, so it is the same. You can see many issues, right? Many issues we have to take action together, right? Now very famous, right, about global warming. The crisis, food, the food crisis, terrorism, economic crisis. You can see economic crisis happen in just one country, so affect the whole world. Except happen in a small country and poor country like our country, maybe not affect a lot. But like if the economic crisis happen in Japan, USA, or China, you can see the whole world affect negatively impacts the whole world. Okay, so let me clarify. Okay, global citizen, it means everyone have the duty or the responsibility, okay, to the world as the whole, okay. So everyone have a part of the global community. Everyone, contribute, okay, negatively or positively to the world. Okay, so I think that if we talking about the globe or the society, so it's like a big picture, right? But I want to just focus example like family. Okay, so for example, okay, so any numbers in your family, okay, has a problem or negative effect by something, or maybe the loss of the member, the family member, or accident, a road, a car accident, or anything that's negative. You can say affect the whole family. You can see that effect, okay? Affect the whole, any just start from the family. You can see that effect. So, but you can enlarge, like okay, to the community, the society, and the world. So this is just an example. Okay, less or much, everyone in that families. Okay, uh, get impact. Okay. Okay, so now we go. Okay, so this is global citizenship. If you are interested in it, so you can find the definition. Okay, and depend on expert or the people to look at the global citizenship. Okay, it's not my it might not the same. Okay, so now we go to the question of the unit. So I want at least 2 or 3 of you have to explain why global cooperation important. And you one can share your. It's not right or wrong, but so if you look at the picture, the big pictures of the world. Okay, so why is it important in case of cooperation?
Hello, teacher.
Yeah.
The global cooperation important because of commercial and economic and related to the relationship like this, teacher. So it is very important for each country. That's all, teacher.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good. Especially about the economy, right? Especially currently, you can see in the past, maybe before the World War First or World War Second, you can see you just live in individual society. But now you can see, okay, uh, politics cooperation, economic cooperation, culture, yes, and other cooperation. Okay. So this is talking about the big pictures. Okay, someone else?
Teacher, yes. Maybe I can little bit to say. According to my opinion,
For example, like
the global cooperation important. Yes, I think it's very important for our country, for another country too. Yes, look, global cooperation it can have for our country just based on the um, uh, safety or solving the problem with other countries, such as between one country to one country, they have a conflict between other. And one more based on the economy. Yes, economy. We can say that for Asia, for ASEAN, yes, we have to global cooperation to each other to exchange our products, new products, such as Vietnam, Thai, and Cambodia. We exchange this economies, such as some product we take from the Thailand, then we take out our product to Thai. So it's become from the cooperation of global. So it's most important. And one more. No, one more. That's all for my idea, my opinion. Just thank you, teacher.
Okay. Yes, very good. Very interesting. Okay, very interesting. Someone else, please.
For me, I think global cooperation is important, like globalization, that we increase the technology from the other country, like we are not alone. And so, for example, in Cambodia, since we have globalization, the country will develop, and like Mohin said, we can import product or good from the other country, or we can export them to the other country. Or especially we have Asian, like we joined by the other country like Thai, Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, and China especially. We can import, we can export our product without pay the tax. And other one is we join the UN. It means United States Nation. It is easy for us to stay safe without war, and if we have any problem, they would help us. That's all for my ideas. Thanks.
Yeah, yes, very, very interesting. Okay, I think that's okay. When we talking about the global cooperation, okay, so we have many issues, right? Both negative and positive, okay, issue. Especially when you look at now, you can see you cannot deal with that problem alone, okay, or any country can do it alone. So we have to work together. For example, you can see about the global warming, about yes, economic cooperation, like you said, okay, and we have other issue, a lot of issue. You know, you can see the problem in Africa. You can because food crisis. So about the refugees, you know, refugees because of the war in Afghanistan or some countries in Middle East. You can see a lot of issue, okay, like happen. Even immigrant workers, you can see from Cambodia to Thailand, USA, and other like, okay, human trafficking, you know, human trafficking, you know, from one country to another country. So you cannot deal only one country. So you have to work together. About drug, you know, about drug. So you can see a lot of challenging issue that need global cooperation. Okay, so that's why global cooperation is very important. And you can see if you study international relations, any one of you study your major in international relations.
Yes,
So,
teacher.
yeah. So you can see this topic. Okay, it's a kind of international relationship. You can see between the challenging about the cooperation. Okay, so you can see if you study international relation, you can see number one, every country has to work together. It means they have some level, right, of cooperation, even they are enemy, right? For example, between China and USA, you can see they challenge each other, they confront each other, but they have some kinds of cooperation, even they have the problem. You can see that. Okay, number one. Number two, competition. Okay, so you can see we have cooperation at the same time. We have competition, right? Okay, to be number one, number two, number three. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, so that's why global cooperation is important. Okay, I think that many of you who major in international relations might be, as you understand quite well about that. Okay, so thank you for three of you. Okay, to express your perspectives on how important is it in case of cooperation. global cooperation. Okay, so now we go to preview the unit. I think that is okay. No need because um, we don't have correct or incorrect answer. We have any possible answer depend on your perspective. Like, have you ever worked with someone from another country? So, okay, someone maybe you used to work with uh, organization or international organization, local organization, or with exchange program or something like that. So, but I think that many people complain about COVID-19, okay, COVID-19 pandemic, because we lose opportunity, to go abroad, to program exchange, or something, okay, that you have opportunity to work with other uh, people from different countries, something like that. Okay, so I think that we discuss this one. Okay, so now we go to C. Complete the survey, compare your rankings with a partner. Okay, so if you look at about the global cooperation, okay, so this is some issues related to global cooperation. Okay, so you can see here. Rank the success of a global cooperation in the following field from number one, the highest, they call rating scale. Rating scale number one, the highest, and rating scale number 8, the lowest. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so okay, just ask you a little bit. Who thinks this? Sorry. Again, which one do you think is the highest level according to global cooperation scale?
Advanced science. Develop.
Anyone can. Anyone? Yes.
Can you explain once again what you want to?
Okay, so they have a rating scale from number 1 until number 8. Okay, and number 1 is the highest, and number 8 is the lowest. Okay, so you can see number 1, the highest, number 2, the high. Okay, number 3 maybe quite moderate. Number 4 moderate. Okay, number 5 low. Okay, number 6 quite low. Okay, number 7 how to say a little bit low, right? And the number 8 the lowest level. So you can see here stopping the spread of the disease. Okay, so now, okay, COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, number 2, preventing hunger related to refugees in Africa and Middle East. Number 3, maintaining peace. You can see our military, go to other country to maintain peace, to join the UN, right? UN as a peacekeeper. Number 4, developing new technologies. Okay. Number 5, advancing science and medicine. Okay. Number 6, protecting the environment. Number 7, exploring space. It means you can see many countries compete with each other to exploring the space. US, Russia, China, Japan, Germany. Okay, so many countries. and they have international space station, right? And the last one, improving education.
Improve
So
education. Improve.
among these, so do you think which one is the more success of global cooperation?
I think that's developing new technology.
Okay, so yeah, so it's not right or wrong. Okay, so okay, technology. Okay, so this one is
The famous.
a very challenging issue. Okay, we have competition and cooperation. You can see developing new technologies. You can see about the shift about the yes the new technologies. A lot happen a lot. Okay, someone else maybe not the same. Maybe you think okay this one maybe rating scale is uh, the last one maybe lowest or depend on you. So this is about the same way, right? It doesn't mean you have to agree with or sing the same. You know, sing the same. Okay, so you can see someone maybe you can see about
Stop.
the protecting the environment because of the climate change, right? Global warming. So you can see many countries uh, not focus, it's pay more attention to protecting the environment. You can see that. And the UN or the US or many countries try to reduce the emission, right? Pollution, air pollution, or the eros, something like that. So you can see many countries try to. Okay, so many countries they have the plan. Okay, by 2035, they will use the how to say the car, not use the the diesel car. They use the electric car, for example, uh, to reduce or to cut down the air pollution or something like that. You can see that. So this is depend on your opinion, depend on your perspective. Okay, someone may be okay. You can see exploring the space. Many people try to own the space. The moon or the Jupiter or something like that. Okay. And at the same time, maybe some of you, okay, I think that improving education is the most important, is the highest rating scale, for example, like that, because you can see a lot of country have, uh, especially UNESCO, right? UNESCO try to help all children get education. Okay, like that. Or someone maybe focus on preventing hunger because you need to donate or budget a lot to help the refugees or the country. Okay, in Africa, especially in Africa. So, and now you can see stopping the spread of the disease. Okay, so the spread of the disease. So we have, the word like they have outbreak. So I just into out. Maybe you outbreak. We have uh, epidemic, and then we have pandemic. Okay, so when we're talking about stopping the spread of disease, we have three kind of disease. Okay, outbreak it means that disease just happen in just one country or one province or one community. Okay, so you can see the outbreak of disease, right? And then if disease is go to uh, the journal, sorry, the region, okay, the regional area, like in Asia countries or something that they call epidemic, right? And when that disease, spread around the world or worldwide, okay, spread worldwide, we call pandemic. Like COVID-19 is pandemic. Okay, so you can see that we cannot deal with maybe outbreak. You can deal as an individual country, but a pandemic you cannot deal uh, with alone. Okay, so you have to cooperate with other country to prevent to help to stop that pandemic or epidemic. Okay, so here I have no idea. So depend on you. Okay, so maybe you focus on different issues. Okay, not the same.
Teacher,
Yes.
for me, the high one, the high one also improving the education and advancing yes, advancing science and media, and foremost
medicine
preventing hunger. For preventing hunger, sugar. I don't know how they prevent to anything. Prevent the human right. Prevent the forest. But I think it is a high one.
hunger នោះ
Okay,
ជា
so
នឹងណា
yes, so I think that we cannot
ស្កាត់ការអត់ឃ្លាន
how to say give the same levels of importance. So you can say which one is the urgent issue, right? So I think that everyone of you might have the urgent issue in different way. Okay, so okay, good. So okay, now I think that we skip this one. Okay. So here maybe they choose a successful example of global cooperation from a field in survey. Write 3 reasons why you think it was successful. So okay, so any item of 8 that you think is the successful example of global collaboration. So you can give the reason like the hint, give the reason. Okay, so you can I think that so here is just class activity. So in class activity, so you have to write the 3 example and you give the education. Okay, like for example. Improving education, for example, you can see UNESCO, World Bank try to fund, right? To fund the education program in Cambodia, for example. Okay, so to fund that money to the children, okay, to improve the education and make the children or the people literate, okay, literate. Okay, so you can and discuss the question with your partner. Okay, so this one we should skip. Okay. So now I think that reading 1. Okay, reading 1. I give you 15 minutes. Okay, to read this. Reading 1, and then we come back to answer. Okay, to answer this one. Okay, so when you read, okay, you can use the technique. You highlight, you underlines, or you put the question mark. Okay, on the text, on the margin of the text. Okay, so easy for you to remember. Okay, so you have the question, or you have the key ideas of the text. So and then we come to answer. Actually, the keyword in the text, they write in bold letter. Okay, already. So I give you 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes to read. So I will drop this one in Google Classroom. Ona buka kasum. Telegram group. Okay, just a short one. Okay.